Welcome to our Week 8 UFL Picks, and to be clear, this is the Week 8 of the 2024 season. Harrison Bucker might have you thinking it's back in 1954, but no, in fact, it's Week 8 of the 2024 UFL season, and here are our picks. Our first game is Memphis versus Michigan, and Memphis is the bona fide worst team in the league, and it isn't particularly close. They are dead last in score prevention behavior rate, giving up well over 1 point per minute of opponent possession time, and they're getting worse at that by 85% week over week. On top of that, they have a negative margin for error score, which means that not only are they giving up that many points, they also aren't scoring that many points, and they're going against a Michigan team that is trending on the rise. You see, the Michigan Panthers are currently sitting third in our total team behavior score metric. They're improving week over week by 13% in scoring behavior rate, and they're only giving up just a little more than half a point per minute to their opponents for their score prevention behavior rate. The most likely behavioral outcome for this one is a Michigan blowout of 20 points, winning 37-17 against the Memphis Showboats. We have Birmingham versus Houston. Birmingham remains undefeated following their Week 7 win over the St. Louis Battlehawks, although breaking their quarterback's ankle probably helped a little bit in that one. However, they did prove the eliteness of their offense facing that Battlehawks defense, which was by far their toughest test of the season, and they're trending on their way as an offense to averaging over 1 point per minute of possession time. They're going up against Houston, who currently sit as the second worst team in our total team behavior score metric, and they are getting worse in every category week over week, living up and proving that the word rough in their team name is doing a lot of heavy lifting. The Stallions are poised to win this game 26-19, with the potential of likely holding Houston to scoring even less points than that. Next up, we have the Battlehawks taking on the DC Defenders, with the Battlehawks coming over that close loss to the undefeated Stallions, and it remains to be seen how much AJ McCaron's broken ankle is going to impact the rest of their season.
Ankle's broken. That's a good one. Well done. Hey, my ankle's broken.
Luckily for them, the DC Defenders are averaging little more than half a point per minute when they have the ball, and they're regressing in that category by 14% week to week. Even with the injury to McCaron, the Battlehawks defense remains elite and should clean that up, helping them propel to a 22-14 victory against DC. Next up, we have the Arlington Renegades taking on the San Antonio Brahmas, and yes, the Brahmas are finally off the shit list after their 15-12 victory in Week 7. That Brahmas defense remains championship caliber. The problem for them is that their offense is a disaster, and they're regressing by a remarkably consistent 45% week over week. Just look at the narrowness of that bounce rate as they continue to regress every single week so far this season. If the Brahmas truly want to make noise in the postseason, they have got to fix that offense, and perhaps that started at the tail end of Week 7. Late in the third quarter, following a terrible interception, quarterback Dormandy was pulled and Hogan was inserted in, providing an instant spark, which propelled the Brahmas to come back from a 9-point deficit in the fourth quarter and win that game 15-12. The potential problem for the Brahmas in Week 8 is that their opponent is currently surging. The Arlington Renegades mollywopped the Memphis Showboats and hung 47 points on them in just 27 minutes of possession time without the help of any defensive or special teams touchdowns. And that may not just be an outlier. They are improving 90% week over week in their scoring behavior, and that's combined with a 13% week-to-week improvement in their score prevention behavior, seemingly beginning to figure out their defensive problems that plagued them through the first 6 games of this season. And that makes the Arlington Renegades the hottest trending team in the league right now, according to our improvement index metric, and they could easily hand the San Antonio Brahmas a loss here in Week 8. We see this game as neck and neck, with a slight edge to the San Antonio Brahmas, who are most likely going to pull this one out by a score of 19-18, but do not be surprised if Arlington wins and covers the spread. At the time of recording this video, the sportsbook has not released the betting lines on these games. We are going to place those bets, and we are going to be able to follow that at Pickett Sports, so make sure you use code FBX when you sign up for a free Pickett Sports account. And I can already tell you, our 4-game parlay is going to be taking every single home team with the exception of Arlington. So every home team plus Arlington is going to win. That's our parlay. Pickett Sports, use code FBX.